Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is the Professor's Discourse, episode 2, y'all. Just want to say what's up to everybody in the world, representing that Jacktown once again. I got my boy Ace in the building, and I got a new guest star coming in for the first time, Killer Cleve. So y'all say a shout out to the people in the world out there, y'all. Y'all say what's up.
Yo, 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 you know what it is. Killer Cleve coming from the 813. Good old Tampa, Florida. It's a little cold over here right now. I think y'all done gave us your weather. I don't know how you did it, but it's like snowing. It's not snowing in Tampa, but it's cold.
So this A's coming in from the 504, checking in. We got that snow melting out there. So hopefully by this weekend, things get back to normal, man. But peace and love, man.
Peace and love, peace and love. 813 in the house, and got the 504 in the house, and you got the 601 in the house. So we coming in today, y'all. We just want to just rap with y'all for a little moment. We got a couple topics we want to discuss today. We're gonna talk about Denzel versus Samuel L. Oof, ain't that something? You know what I'm saying? We got a Jedi training day, all that. Then we're gonna talk about chess versus checkers, aka short game versus a long game. Where you at in that situation? Matter of fact, that's what we starting off with. So we might as well just flow on to it with it and understand where we coming from. I mean, you got chess, you got checkers. I want the fellas to give me their take on where they at with that. We'll start off with Killer Cleve, since this is first time on the board. Man, why not? Come on out here and give me something for me.
All right, all right, all right. Um, all right. So when I think about chess versus checkers, I guess with checkers being a short game and chess being a long game, me personally, I'm more of a long game person. I mean, I just got into chess maybe like a year ago now, like heavier. So like I know all the little openings and stuff. But I say that to say before I learned chess, I knew checkers. I played checkers as a kid. So I'm saying that to say I know both the long game and the short game, and I know the importance of both. And I feel like both are important, but my take, I'm gonna go with chess for sure, for sure.
I feel that interesting point on that. You know what I'm saying? I look at chess and checkers both on this. You got 64 squares, the same, board. That's why you got, the chess board or the checkerboard. But you got different colors of how you would look at a checkerboard versus a chessboard, but they still got the same 64 squares.
Hmm.
Ace, what you think about that? What you feel like, with the chess versus checker, the short game versus the long game.
Well, I agree with you and Killer Cleve, man. Checkers is considered the short game, and chess is considered the long game. But however, each move on the board reflects you know, choices you make in life, so it can be looked at, they say life is a game. So, but when it comes to both games, it's pretty much, it's about foresight and planning, you know, it's about anticipating what your opponent's going to do and understand that the moves you make, they may have consequences and benefits, just like life. You know, we make the choices we make in life, they may benefit or they may they may have consequences to it. So uh, I definitely think, all of us probably started off learning checkers first. That gave us the insight or the know how to how to protect what you have and take what somebody else has. You know, chess is a little more complex where the pieces move differently. You know, they have it's just like when you're building a team or building a family. You know, everybody might not have the same uh, position, but they're all important. You know, in order to win the game. So you just gotta identify, uh, you know, how to make those pieces move effectively for you. And that's my take on the situation.
Great point. Great point. Great point. Great point. Both of you fellas knocked it out the park. I think we look at it's definitely moves you make. Uh, when it comes to chess or checkers, short game versus long game, you got to make the right decision at that moment. Certain situations will present itself in life to where you ain't got no choice but to play the short game. you
Gotcha.
know, you get you get pulled over by a cop and you're not doing the right things. That short game can be the end of both games. so
Hmm.
so you got to think how you gonna move in this game because you got to you we all have to make some term of revenue.
Right.
And so when we making that revenue, we have to come in with different thought processes. I'm gonna take a small break real quick. One of y'all taking in real fast. I gotta take this call right fast so we can get another member in here real fast. So I'm gonna step to the side. Can you expound on that for me a little bit more when it comes to a short game situation there, Killer Clee?
Mm, a short game. See, yeah, you actually touched on something because when you talking about something like law enforcement getting caught up with the law, it's like you kind of get forced to play the short game at that situation because I mean you got to get out of that situation somehow. Not not like getting away from the arrest or nothing, but I'm talking about like getting out of legal trouble, whether it means you're gonna be on papers for the next 6, 12 months, however long, whether you gotta sit down for a little while, you know what I mean? I feel like you gotta play the short game. And
Right.
you're forced to play the short game in that situation when when you get thrown in the system like that.
Well, you gotta be when you get thrown into the system, it's the choices you made. You know what I'm saying? Like think about like if you got clear instructions. Hey, I'm sorry, Ace. Can you step in there one more time on that? Because I gotta take this call one more time. We're having some technical difficulties.
Well, the short game, long game, chess and checkers. Both games, emphasize the importance of strategy, patience,
You know
and
what? Real quick. I never asked you this, Mecca, but since you play
what's up?
chess, do you have a favorite opening
Actually, I do. I do.
for
And
white or black?
well, it doesn't matter.
True.
What I do, I don't know exactly what my strategy is called, but I know, I just know how to do it. And I'm not going to reveal it, but I definitely have a strategy. And what I'll give you this, you know, I try to get my pieces that can move, uh, that can move more than
More than a pawn?
who's more than this. Yeah, exactly. So I try to get them uh, a clear line of sight to my opponent,
Mm,
and that's what I give you. Uh,
okay.
because what you'll find is if you wait, if you wait to move those pieces, it gets difficult to move them later on
This is facts.
because either, so I definitely have a strategy that I use when it comes to that,
Okay.
and it doesn't matter what color, black or white, you know, and just like life, man. It's about fighting a well fought game, you know, and
Yeah,
it involves,
hey,
calculating decisions,
for
and
sure. Okay, let me interject on that because I just thought about it. Like, and obviously, some people say chess imitates life, but when I thought about like how I like to play, I thought about the the I'm most comfortable playing as black, and I'm most comfortable playing what's called the Karo Khan defense. And the Karo Khan defense is it's obviously it's what's the name is it's a defense like, and I feel like I'm more comfortable playing as black, and I feel like that would translate to life in the fact that I feel like I'm more comfortable reacting to like okay. I'm more comfortable reacting to like a situation happening, a situation coming upon me rather than me, if you would translate it to white, being the one to take the initiative. I'm not always the one to do that, if that makes sense.
You saying being more proactive than necessarily reactive. That's what you're
Yeah,
saying. Yeah.
it's interesting how people say chess imitates life, and I didn't think about that. And it's crazy how I just gravitated towards that position, like the gravitated towards the Karakan defense, just because I just felt more comfortable in a position where I can just, like Mecca said, set up my pieces in a way where I'm like, you come at me type shit. I'm ready for whatever. But I know in life, sometimes you got to be the white pieces. Sometimes you got to be the one to take the initiative. You know what I'm saying?
If you break it down in the regards, I mean, there's a you only got two colors. You got white and black. The board itself is a contrast of the same thing. You got white versus black. I mean, the rules of the game as far as in chess is that uh, the white pieces move first and the black pieces move second.
Inherent advantage.
It's not necessarily an advantage. It's about the player because the game of chess, which in the long game um, means more of a you have to look at it like the long game is in chess at the same time is that certain pieces are put in a position to win, and it's the person that makes the least mistakes in chess that wins. You gonna make some
True.
mistakes. That's life. You gonna make mistakes, but the least amount of mistakes in chess can be a win or lose situation. But if you make a mistake at the wrong time, you can still lose. So it's not a 100%. Oh, you're gonna win because you make no mistakes. You may lose still, and then even if you win, you still lose in some regards. And then in some regards, if you take a L, you actually win. So it's levels to how I go. But I do want to interject this real quick. We got Jr. in the building. Uh, he was here yesterday for our first
Okay.
episode. He back again. We want to welcome the brother to the stage. I just want to give him a preference of what we were discussing. The topics that we have tonight is chess versus checkers, the short game versus the long game. And then we also have the second topic, which will be about Samuel versus Denzel. Who you got?
We
But you know what I'm saying? It's very juicy. That's like, dang, Malcolm X, Alonzo, you know, to time to kill. I mean, you can go all ranges with it, but I want to give you an opportunity to go ahead and, what I'm saying, what's up to the world, man? What's up, JR?
Peace, guys. How y'all doing tonight, man? Thank you for the invite, Professor. What's up to Ace? And I don't know the other brother, but hey, nice to meet you as well, my man. But
You're
uh, but I just want to get my take on as far as the chess versus checker, man. In the game of life, man, you can be trying to move so quickly and try to eliminate all the pieces just to get your king, man. When you forget about your king, and then your king get took, and then you just checkmate. So, that can be looked at in several formalities, man, as far as about moving yourself. That's how I like to relate it to, as far as myself. The way I would move like the king because I ain't got to do nothing because I got bishops, knights, rooks, pawns, and then if necessary, I still got my queen to come down forward to the end. So I'm gonna let the players play the game, and I'm gonna sit back and strategize. I'm not on the field anymore. I'm on the sideline. I'm on the coaching side. So, it was a time when in my youth I was out playing the field, but I have maturated to a certain point where I says, "Hey, I'm gonna have to let the young cats play the field, and I got to sit back, watch, observe, and I'm the coach. I'm the one calling the plays in now. So it's about growth and development, man. That was all what it's ever about with me. And some people take it literally, some people take it figuratively. So as far as moving on the chessboard, we always know what the ultimate game is. It's called checkmate. So what's your checkmate? My checkmate, I've always been striving for a goal. It's only set for myself. I never try to achieve what the next man goal was because his goal was his goal. So we all playing different games, but we really out here all playing the same game. It's how you move through them and how you mature in them is how well you gonna do in them. So whether we playing Donkey Kong, whether we playing Pac Man, or if you done got all the way up to Contra, if you done went up to
mm,
the new age version of the PS5, whatever's on that. So, it's just the still the navigation of it, the way you go about moving and about staying on the board. Because that's what it's all up to, being the last player in the game. So I'm not gonna take a whole bunch of time because I wasn't privileged to the other guys' topics because I would have great to have their insight on this topic, but that's just my take on what the professor had brought, and then I'm just a tutelage. I'm just trying to get me a little tutelage. I'm just here for a little game. I'm here to offer up some game if you're willing to soak it up, but that's up
facts.
to you.
Hey, you fell in line right what we was talking about from the jump, bro. So you're already in there. That's why this cipher is taking place. You know what I'm saying? We got four kings in the building. You know what I'm talking about? It's one of them things where like country rap tunes is more than just what you thinking tunes are, because this is vibes right now. So if you tuning in, you getting real vibes. And I mean this game is different facets, different levels. You got your Kobe's, you got your LeBrons, you got your CP3s, you got your Charles Barkley's. You got all different factors. You know what I'm saying? You got your Jordans. Come on. Should that
Mm-mm.
name even be? Should we not put it in there? We got your Brady's. We got your Mahomes. So it's
Talk
different
to me.
levels of what roles that you may play. But one thing that I do want to bring out in the game of chess, and the reason that you want to say it imitates life to this degree, I want to just put this in y'all, in y'all mindset for a second. Who's the most powerful piece on the board in regards to movement?
The
Yeah,
queen.
that's right. That's right. That's right. But the game ain't over until that king fall. You might lose your queen, but you got some pawns, right? Get that pawn to the last rank, you can promote it to the queen. So think about what we at and how we have to uplift and keep our women strong. We have to. We got to treat that woman like a queen because it's the game of life, right? You trying to win or you trying to lose? That's really where the essence come down to. I think, fellas, if we can go on a couple more minutes about it, but I think everybody hit the points. Y'all knocked that out the park. I mean, that's a home run all day long. You see me with let me make sure I get this clear so y'all can see me a little bit with that M Braves, you know what I'm saying? Mississippi Strong. We're gonna switch up to that next topic though. I think some of y'all like this one here as well as y'all like the last one. I mean, you like it. So don't stop. Don't play with yourself. You like it. We love it. We all love it. Samuel versus Denzel. Come on now. Who you got? I'm not going to speak my piece. I just want to hear what the fellas got to say about it. I mean, Ace, where you at with it, man? Come on. Tell me something.
Well, I mean, both of them are phenomenal actors, man. The first Denzel movie I remember seeing, I went to the movies and saw it, and it was Glory. My granddad took me, I don't know why. I didn't understand why he would take me to the movies to see a movie like that, but I remember it. I think I might have. I was probably maybe 10 years old, something like that. But I remember Denzel Rose, and he played that runaway slave, that runaway slave role, and it was very memorable, man. Probably the most impactful scene was when he was getting whipped, right? For looking for some shoes.
Yeah.
And he was taking them lashes like it wasn't nothing, right? And you see one tear drop from his eye, man. And I never forget that. But Samuel L., his first role I remember that made an impact on me was Time to Kill, man.
Yeah.
And
real talk.
The role he played in that was memorable. I felt like that was true justice when he came out that. I think he came out the closet and stopped and popped them. Them two guys that raped his daughter. But I have to give the edge to Denzel, bro, for one movie, that Malcolm X, because he was Malcolm to me, bro. So I have to give the edge to Denzel, even though I think both of them are phenomenal. But Denzel, he kind of like my Tupac versus Big. Speak to the soul.
So you got Denzel as Tupac, and so I'm assuming that Samuel is Biggie.
Yeah, if I can make that comparison, both of them are great, but one speaks to you different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel that. JR, what's your take?
Man, on my take, man, I'm a movies guy.
Okay.
So this is a very hard choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna start right over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it back to where everybody can relate.
Okay.
Come on with it.
Black Black Snake Moan.
Hmm.
That was shot right here in Mississippi, man. David Banner, a pimp, looking to get his hoe. And this nigga trying to clean her up. Here we go again. Samuel Jackson playing the crackhead. Got Haley Berry strung out.
Mhm.
Here we go again. Samuel Jackson jumping off the whole Marvel series.
Mhm.
This guy right here, man, he put it down. Ace brought some great points, man. Malcolm X, man, he made you act like you were in the 60s. And I wasn't even thought about it.
Right.
Every movie you done seen Denzel in, he made you relate to that character, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, man, with these, you talking about two titans. This is Thanos versus Galactus.
Hmm. I like that.
Ain't no easy win.
Type shit. As they say. That's a new lingo. Type shit.
Man, you really can't go wrong with either one. I'm just gonna give both of them their credits, man, because both of them deserve their flowers. That both of them still here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to take the high road, man, and say the best man won. That's my take.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I just want to bring it in, and say, with and bring all the fellas into the group. Hold on, let me get us all in there. Yeah, let's get us all in there. I would just like to say this. I remember watching Malcolm X in the movie theater, and I remember how I felt when I walked out of there. My mama took me to the movies to see that, and she said, "Why are you so mad?" when the movie ended, I was pissed, and she was like, "Why are you so mad?" And I couldn't really say nothing to her, and I was like, just I was happy to go to the movie, and I enjoyed the movie, but it was like watching a superhero, and then he died, and you wasn't even born, but you still felt it.
Yeah.
And then seeing him seeing Denzel in Training Day, I was like, really? like for real. It was like, for me, I'm a movie connoisseur too. I watch a lot of movies. I have watched a lot of movies. I've logged a lot of movie hours. Um, Superman 3 with Richard Pryor and Christopher Reeves. I remember that was the one where they made the fake kryptonite and they gave it to Superman. Richard Pryor pulled up acting like he was a general, and he gave Superman the fake kryptonite. And instantly Superman started like, what the? He didn't lose his powers. because it was one part of the kryptonite they couldn't make, and that part was it was a certain element that they couldn't put into the kryptonite. So instead, he substituted nicotine. He put nicotine. He put a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? But he put nicotine in the damn kryptonite, and so instead of Superman losing his powers, he became evil Superman. You know what I'm saying? Like bad guy. He flew up onto the Statue of Liberty to not save a girl, but to smash. And she was like, "Hey, it's some crime going on over there." He was like, "Yeah, they all right. They can handle it. What's up with you?" She was like, you know, he was like, yeah. Come on. You know, and so like seeing Denzel go from Malcolm X to Training Day Alonzo, it was like, wow. Samuel, man, hats off to Samuel. I mean, Samuel is he cold. He cold. He was Shaft. You know, he was Shaft. You know, he was in that Pulp Fiction. You know what I'm saying? In Pulp Fiction, blasting you. You know, say one more word. And then Time to Kill. Oh man, Time to Kill touched. I know I'm from Mississippi, and you know it was a fictional tale, but it was like a. I spoke with a person today, and they said this exact word. They said, even when it's fiction, it's got some roots in nonfiction, and it's like, yeah, you know, like there's some truth that those scenarios can happen. And Time to Kill was one of those things of like, I got a daughter. Most of the members on this panel have daughters, so it's like, ooh, like hold up, you know what I'm saying? Like hold up, like that touched the nerve, you know what I'm saying? Even before I had children, it was like, oh, whoa. But man, I have to agree with everybody here as far as I definitely agree with JR what he said. You know, like it's real hard to compare them guys. You don't really get an L if you pick any one of them, even though that's a pun with Samuel. But you don't get no real L if you pick Samuel or if you pick Denzel. You know, that is a rhyme, but hey, we ain't going there. I do want to say
Killer
that.
Cleve, thanks.
Killer Cleve, what you got? Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
It's tough. I'm like all of y'all. I've been thinking this whole time. I mean, all of them got incredible range as actors. You got well, I'm gonna take it from I guess the millennial perspective, being born in '95. But you're talking about Samuel L. Jackson. You're talking about Mace Windu, Frozone. And then you talked about him being Jules earlier. Goodness gracious. Side note, I just got into pinball, and my favorite pinball table is Pulp Fiction. You know, of course, why not? But you already touched on it being Alonzo. That's one of my favorite roles of his. I like him in He Got Game. I like him in The Preacher's Wife.
Right.
I like him as what's the one where he's in the hospital and he's like
John Q.
Yeah, John Q. Like it's a lot with these people. You got I could go for days with any of these people. Honestly, if I had to think critically about it, I would say Denzel Washington's roles kind of trend towards, I guess, more black people movies, whereas Samuel L. he was able to, I guess, take that jump into more white. I don't want to say white, but mainstream movies. Like he was the villain in The Kingsman, and like I said, The Incredibles. So like he's he's taken that step. So, but both of those actors are incredible in their own regards. And if I had to pick one, I couldn't pick one.
Agree. I think we all a consensus is like a sustain. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the new that's definitely a new logo around this thing.
It's a
Sustain.
great tie.
Don't worry, I'm gonna have like a thing that's gonna come across sustain. All four panelists are saying the same thing. You ain't taking no L if you picking Denzel or Samuel. You know, it's just what it is. Remember, the short game versus the long game, you can take a quick L or a long L. Are you actually getting a W, the short W or the long W? But you're still getting some type of results. We might have lost JR for a quick moment. He'll be back. But there you go. He back in the building. You know, it's one of those things. Like I said, this is, it's different levels to the game. The game is what it is. We all are part of it, whether you want to or not. You're a part of this game. You just don't know it, if that's the case. Or you can be, that's the same thing of being ignorant to the game. But you in it.
Just Professor, before you moved on, I just wanted to tell you, Steve Harvey was hanging out with Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington said, "Watch this." Everybody ran up to Steve Harvey saying, "Hey man, what's up?" Like he's a regular guy.
Right.
Everybody stayed back from Denzel. He was like, "Man, how do you keep all them fans back? Man, you go into them people's house every day.
Right.
They have to pay to see me. And that's the difference."
Right. It's a like I said, it's a level to it. But even when you recognize that the level is there, the commitment, the work ethic has to be there from the performer, because at the end of the day, this is entertainment. It's educational entertainment to different degrees, but this is entertainment. I mean, this is not changing how your electricity bill about to be tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't want to raise your electricity bill, or your utilities or anything like that. I want you to decrease them. We haven't gotten to discussions of that. We are going to have discussions about, how to have a correct budget and fiscal understanding. But at the end of the day, it's still entertainment. And whether anyone agrees with our opinions or we understand it or not, the brother still has a great point. You're providing entertainment. I'm providing entertainment, but I have a different value to the entertainment that I provide because of what I put into it. Not saying that you're not putting in the same type of work, because you're doing it on a different level or a different scale. We're both in it to make money, to make revenue, to set our families aside with generational wealth. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do at the end of the day. I didn't like that we continue to do the same things on that podcast where a particular comedian started to spew out different things about the jokes that were stolen and all that. Hey, it happened. You were able to move in your lane. They were able to move in their lane. It happened. Exposure didn't necessarily make it better for either one of y'all, because what it made y'all do is look like the same buffoonery we always go through. Here we go again. You know what I'm saying? Here we go again. Reason why I showed or we talked about Samuel versus a Denzel is because both of those brothers understand that this is a game of come together. You can do this, finger pointing and all that, but you weak. But you make a fist or you come together, then you stronger. That's a difference. So we gotta keep our mindset of moving forward, not backwards, and not tearing each other down. It's just that's bottom line. I want to tell y'all I appreciate y'all time. Um, y'all got some last outtakes that y'all want to get off this time, and I just want to say everybody thank you for joining in. But I want we're not by the end just yet. Like I said, I want to get the fellas a round robin to get some things out. They want to talk about some sports real quick, or they want to talk about some bets that need to go on, or maybe how about this? Some Super Bowl predictions, because I know we got somebody here that likes Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley a little too much. So anybody got something to say? I mean, I would love to hear anything right now because we got 4 different teams being represented right now. I don't have my head on, but I will have it on in the next couple segments. We got first round pick, baby. First. Somebody please jump in, because don't let me have to, bring one of y'all in.
Okay, hold on. Let me jump in. I mean,
thank you.
That's a sad Buccaneers fan. If I had to make a pick, let me look. The Commanders, Eagles, Bills, Chiefs. I mean, would I be wrong to bet against Patrick Mahomes? I think I would. It's like betting against Brady at this point, to be honest. So, unfortunately, I'm going to pick the Chiefs against the Bills here. And then, I don't know. For me, it's a toss-up with the NFC. You have to get back to me on that one.
What you got, JR? Oh, Ace, what you got, Ace? You in the NFC?
To be honest, bro, I didn't see the Commanders coming at all.
No?
They've
been hot now.
Maybe I don't know. They haven't been really talked about too much, except for the past 2 weeks. This rookie quarterback. Again, we're talking about entertainment, and that's what football is. It's about X's and O's and execution and teamwork and all that, but at the same time, it's still entertainment. It's still about making a dollar. So, in my opinion, they're not going to let a rookie black quarterback get to that Super Bowl.
Really?
It's a that's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. I don't think they're gonna allow that. Even if he does get to the Super Bowl, they're not gonna let him win it. I can see a scenario where they have Buffalo and the Commanders, and then they're gonna give it to old Josh Allen. But what I think really is gonna happen is I say the Eagles and the Chiefs, and the Chiefs come up on top because again, it's about entertainment, and we all know who's in the skybox on the Chiefs side. Every time Chiefs score a touchdown or Travis Kelce catch a pass, what they doing? Who they panning the camera to? Swift. All right, so I think that dynamic is real, and the NFL know that, and they know that Taylor Swift has a lot of followers, man. You know,
So so
at the end of
so,
the day,
so
it's about that money.
I don't want to be the dead horse, and I'm not gonna try to, I want
Beat
Jr.
it.
to get in. I want to say this. So when you're saying that Taylor Swift is getting that attention because uh, Travis Kelsey getting a touchdown, so that means you feel the same way about Reggie Bush when he was getting attention because he was dating Kim Kardashian, right?
Hmm.
No, not at all. Because
Okay.
The Kardashian following is not like the Swifty following. Kim
You
Kardashian, her following, she, Taylor Swift is bigger than Kim Kardashian, in my opinion. Kim Kardashian, she's
is a billionaire. They done made billions. That girl Taylor Swift ain't made
absolutely.
no. Yeah, that girl Taylor Swift ain't made no billions, bro.
She
She,
not
I
she
don't
not worth a
know.
billion?
nah.
She damn near
Are you
close.
sure?
Hold on.
She
Let me
close,
let me
brother.
fact.
I mean,
Right now. Let me see.
she's selling out in Europe. I
Yeah,
don't know no
they don't
Kardashian
make.
that's doing that.
They don't. They don't. They
Uh,
don't
But
have a. They don't have a. They
see,
they are the product. They
they
are
be
the product.
inflating. They inflate the net worth online, but they got it online at 1.6 billion.
They got.
yeah,
They got.
that's what I figured.
They got Taylor Swift at one. At okay, 1.6 billion. I see that. All right.
Yeah, yeah. So I wouldn't compare her to a Kardashian because the Kardashian don't sing. She don't really have any talent.
That's
The
a good
Kardashian,
point.
Taylor Swift, she got albums and #1 records, and sold out concerts and stuff on that magnitude. So I wouldn't compare the Reggie Bush and Kim Kardashian to what's going on with Taylor Swift and the Chiefs. I
All
think
right.
that's a different dynamic because Kim Kardashian wasn't going to the games, and if she was, they wasn't panning to
What?
her every time uh, every time the game was on. It wasn't panning camera to her because maybe she wasn't in attendance. But I guarantee you, the NFL is asking her to please make sure she be there, or they in touch with her. They in communication with her. You know, allegedly, I think. In my humble opinion. So, with that being said, I think it's going to be the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and they probably going to ultimately take it with the Eagles because I just think see them putting a rookie black quarterback in there. Uh, yeah, so that's my take on it.
I just want to say this real quick. Uh, I just pulled up something saying Kim Kardashian got 1.2 billion, and it got a net worth of Taylor Swift at 740 million. Yes, Kim Kardashian does not sing or dance. There's a song I remember hearing saying, "I don't cook, I don't clean, but I got that ring." You know, um, that girl don't cook or clean or do none of that, but and she ain't got no. Her product is her. It's just different. It's levels. Um, but Jr., I need to hear what you got to say. I know you. I know you want to give your prediction on who you think gonna be in the big game.
For what, I just want to start off with, thank everybody for inviting me to the podcast tonight. It's been a wonderful time experiencing with you brothers, collaboratively hooking up as far as, what I'm saying, like mindedness and trying to push something forward that's positive. Next, I want to go with Too Short. Blow the whistle. Doo, doo. Blow the whistle. Doo, doo. So it's Eagles Chiefs rematch. Only this time it's gonna be the different way. I picked this months ago, and the professor will, bring it to his recollection that I did pick that quite some months ago. That they were just trying to run it back. Jalen Hurst, what I'm saying, on the wire has, I don't know, to these females now. He's looked at as the most sexiest guy in the NFL. I don't give a damn about that. I give a damn about production on the field. My thing is, you know, let us not be fooled by the gladiator games, man. This is the modern day WWF. We all remember WWF, man. The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin. We know what it's gonna be, man. It's gonna be a good show. Then the last 4 or 5 minutes, we're gonna see a game. Just like against when the Chiefs played the 49ers, 49ers up by 10, and then the Chiefs storm back. Tyreek Hill brought them all the way back, and an epiphany happened with them. They offense just suddenly turned on. Jimmy G turned off. Super Bowl win #1 for Patrick Mahomes. Only this time, it's going to be the different way. It's going to be Jalen Hurts get his first win. Philly get their second win since 2017. And you set up a rivalry, whereas these two young quarterbacks can rivalry it out for the next few years coming up. I would like to shift my attention more to what has been going on politically in our country. This is a pivotal time. Donald Trump has only been in office since January 20th. He's already trying to do away with what Lyndon B. Johnson set up as far as teaching Black history to our kids. If we all know, everyone here know the importance of the Black man to this community. You wouldn't be on a cell phone right now if it wasn't for a Black man. You wouldn't be able to drive without having a car wreck if it wasn't for a Black man because he invented the stoplight. You leave home and go to work. A nurse that came up with the home security system. I could go on and on like this as far as refrigeration to keep your stuff fresh until it gets to the destination it's going. But we all see where this is going. Your friend Donald Duck does not want our kids to learn about what has transpired already in this country as far as everything being built upon our backs. From Washington, D.C. being designed by a Black man to come to the conquistadors that came here teaching the Spanish how to speak with the natives, how to navigate, how to trade with these people. It's all been played out, brother, by another brother, just like you, from another mother. This guy has not been there long enough to try to eradicate our history. I love to promote the games, man. I love games. But there's a higher importance things that this guy has been putting in place in just a few days. Every guy from January 6th that stormed that Capitol, he let go, man. Just imagine that how the police are feeling. And he said, "Oh, I'm gonna give y'all full immunity." But guess what? It instantly turned his back on him. So this is what some of the sentiments I want you brothers to feel and carry on as you go throughout the rest of your week and your weekend. I want you to be happy for the games this weekend, but I don't want to get you to play games with this guy right here. This guy will forget us. He's the next stepping stone, and it's our backs it'll be on. And that's my final take.
Yeah, that's fire. That's fire there. That's real fire right there. Like read these words, man. I mean, y'all seen what richest man, that owned Tesla, y'all saw what he did. You know what I mean? If you didn't see it, go see what he did behind that podium. He did it twice. He faced the crowd, did it, turned around and did it to the flag. Come on now. Like real talk. You reap what you sow. I remember that. I remember that on New Jack City. You know what I'm saying? The old man that finally knocked off Nino Brown. you know, and that old man didn't care because he knew, hey, you reap what you sow, man. You put that negative stuff out there, it's gotta come home to roost some kind of way. It's like, yo, come on, let's stop all the madness. We gotta stop looking at each other in a hateful manner. If we keep continuing looking at each other in a hateful manner, in a different perspective, as far as looking at each other as who we are, and stop hating each other, stop being in the bucket. You get out the bucket, you help the next man get out the bucket, and you help everybody get out the bucket. But if you want to stay in the bucket, then just go to sleep all day. But get out the bucket. Get out the bucket. Think outside the box. Get out the bucket. Ace, you got anything, my man? Ace stepped away for a second. What about you, Killer Cleve? What's up?
Bill from you. Oh, sound like he came back.
Yeah, it's not, yeah, he came back. Go ahead.
No, I echo the same sentiment. I'm honestly frightened for the future of our country. If I could be quite honest, I mean, we both live in red states. I'll say that. Um, it's crazy because, like, literally, like maybe the day after his inauguration, I want to say I went out to the bar, and I kid you not, on the street that the bar was, I seen for maybe 4 or 5 blocks a sheriff's truck posted on every corner. I also seen, in addition to that, this is on one street, I seen two separate, like, I don't want to say like raids, but like people being pulled over with multiple trucks around them. And then on top of that, I seen another car. I seen some more cars, coming down the street. So it's like they're out there. These niggas are serious. I know
Right.
DeSantis was, talking about wanting to be the first to do that, and it looked like it. So I just say, obviously, to my Hispanic brothers out there, please be safe. And then
It's not. It's
everybody else, because he like JR said, he in one of those executive orders, he rolled back something that has been here since Lyndon B. Johnson. Like
exactly
that's a crazy thing to even say out loud.
right. Right.
So
It's real. It's real in this field because the dangers and the thing that pisses me off is that there's people that look like me and you that's in support of stupidity, not even
yeah,
knowing the things that they was about. The disrespect of saying a name. The woman name, she had a whole way of introducing using little kids. I mean, yeah, they did use little kids. It was cute, but the point was, hey, say the name right. You can't say my name right. We already know what you own. Like we already know what you own. And, and that's the problem. It's like when is enough is enough.
right.
But you know what? It goes back to again, you got that, you can look at Django or Steven. And you choose. You choose. Ace, I got your back. What's up, Ace Boogie? What do? Go ahead and give me
Yeah,
your take.
man. My bad for the delay.
It's all
Uh,
good.
I'm not saying it's gonna sound like I'm in support, but I honestly feel that what's going on today is necessary, man. Uh, Basically, he's a necessary evil, bro. You know, in my opinion, if every day went good for us, right? Everything
Yeah.
was given to us.
Right.
Everything,
Right.
if everything goes good, we wouldn't appreciate
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah.
I don't want to, get religious or spiritual, but you think about Adam and Eve, bro. They had everything in the garden they wanted, everything. They ain't had to work for it, you know. They had
Right.
food, they had shelter, everything they
Mm-hmm.
needed.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost appreciation for it and lost it all. And so because of that, you know, we suffer consequences. We go
Right.
back to early with the chessboard. So
Right.
I think it's a necessary evil that we need, man. Especially with our people, bro. You know, we seem like we do better with adversity. We built for it. It's in our nature to overcome whatever obstacles in front of us. So
Yeah.
what's going on with these the government today is necessary because in order to build something, bro, you can't build something on top of something. Something has to be destroyed in order to be built. You know, you want that like you gotta buy a property that has a house on it. You want a better house, yeah, you can add on to it, but at the end of the day, destruction has to take place in order to be built. Uh, so I just say it's a necessary evil.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my
Unfortunate,
two
but
cents on it.
I agree with you. It's an unfortunate evil, but it's crazy. I would say just crazy. Uh, I agree with you fully. Unfortunately, though, that's just how
Yeah.
far I feel like our people have fallen.
Yeah.
I respect it, but what you don't understand, we collectively are brothers that are awakened, and the 90 other percent are still sleeping, my brother. I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna be very disturbing to you. The guy that you sit next to at work, the guy that you see sitting at the red light, the guy you're passing in the grocery store, and the guy that's ringing you up at the register. These people have nothing in their mind where they can talk within themselves. They're just on autopilot. They go with the system, do with the system, and they're just going through life as if they are androids. Unfortunately, we have been cursed because we have a conscience, my brother. We have an inner thought that speaks to us. And I'm gonna tell you, if you ask somebody else, do you have somebody else that speaks to you? They're gonna look at you like you have went mad and they want to get you locked up in an insane asylum. But everyone here knows exactly what I'm talking about, and you're like, they don't have it? Yes, but those people are called psych patients. I'm talking about your inner conscience.
Right. Yeah. Real talk. Real talk. God don't God. We let's just be real about it. God ain't coming to talk to you like just walking up to you and just like. I mean, in what we read in our Bibles, we know it's different levels of who can actually be in the presence of God. Um, but God ain't walking up on you and be like, "Yo, what up?" Jesus came down. According to Scripture, he came down and he was able to say, "Yo, what up? You touch me, I touch you. I feel, you feel this power." Um, Mankind is not meant to be on that godly level because of all the distractions that we want to secure ourselves with. when we can step outside of that box, outside of that bucket, man, that's when we have utopia. That's when we have that connection with God. But we have to let the shackles go. We got to get the chains out of our brains. It's a process. My favorite player enjoyed the process because the process is what it is. So we in procession. We in that. We doing what we doing. Just going back to what A said is that it's a necessary evil. It is. It's a necessary evil. I kind of lean with that a little bit. It's a necessary evil, but it's also what we wanted. we defied the odds. We wanted to do our own thing. So we have to listen to the inner thought, as JR put it, where God is speaking to you, to your actions and to your heart. Do you got a heart? Yeah, you got the physical heart, because if you breathe and listening, you need to be liking and subscribing. But you got a heart? Yeah, you know what I mean. Some of y'all can't put these real boots on and lace them up because you ain't got no boots. So we want to thank y'all. If y'all been watching for this amount of time, we kind of went a little bit over the time I wanted to go with, but hey, it was a great conversation. Great conversation. Class was great. You know what I'm saying? We go back to class in session. It's episode 2. We want y'all to hit that like and subscribe. We want y'all to be a part of this process, because at the end of the day, it is what? A process. Everybody's here. You know what I'm saying? We're here for you. You're here for us. You can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We want to thank y'all for y'all time. We want to say Jacktown in the building. Shout out to that Sonic Boom for, the Tigers for winning the national championship in Division 2. But hey, we champs. You know what I'm talking about? That's a shout out to Dion. You know what I'm saying? Prime time. Hey, Thank you. And like I said, you've been here this long. Thank you. Real talk. Y'all do your thing. We love you. Peace. And we got you in our hearts and prayers out there in California, because hey, that fire hot. That fire hot.
Right. It's cold over here, but it's hot over there. Golly.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all. Ain't no music to go out, but it's just peace.